Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, then a massive, warm, squishy hello to you. I am so excited for today's video because we are diving headfirst into something I'm incredibly passionate about, exploring the absolutely beautiful UK. We're going to be virtually wandering through some of my favourite cities, uncovering hidden gems, and just generally having a wonderful time together. So grab a cuppa, get comfy, and let's get ready for an adventure. This isn't just any travel guide, my darlings. We're going to go beyond the usual touristy bits, although we'll definitely cover some iconic must-sees because honestly, they're iconic for a reason. I want this to feel like you're right here with me, experiencing it all. And because I know so many of you are as obsessed as I am, or perhaps your partners are, we'll definitely be touching upon the football culture. So whether you're planning a trip, dreaming of one, or just fancy a bit of escapism, I think you're going to love this. Let's go. Right then, lovelies, our first stop is the one, the only London. London has such a special place in my heart. There's just an energy here that's unlike anywhere else. Every time I visit, I discover something new and exciting. It's a city of dreams, history, fashion, and incredible food. We'll get to that, don't you worry. But first, let's talk about those iconic sights you just have to see. You cannot go to London and not see Big Ben. Hearing those chimes in person is a pinch-me moment. It's so grand and majestic, standing tall by the Houses of Parliament. I always recommend taking a walk along Westminster Bridge for that perfect postcard shot. It's especially gorgeous at sunset. And then, just a hop, skip, and a jump away, you've got Buckingham Palace. Just imagine all the incredible things that have happened within those walls. Seeing the changing of the guards ceremony is such a classic London experience. It's also precise and ceremonial, with the guards in their amazing red uniforms and those famous bearskin hats. It does get super busy, so my little tip would be to check the schedule beforehand and try to get there a bit early to find a good spot. Of course, we have to talk about the London Eye. The views from the top are just breathtaking. You can see for miles and miles across the city, spotting all the famous landmarks. I love going on it just as it's getting dark and all the city lights start to twinkle. It's pure magic. Now, London isn't just about the old historic landmarks, it's also incredibly modern and vibrant. Think about areas like Shoreditch with its amazing street art and quirky little independent shops. It's got such a cool, creative vibe. And the people watching is second to none. Let's talk culture because London is just bursting with it. You've got world-class museums, and so many of them are free, which is just amazing. The British Museum, the National Gallery, the Tate Modern, you could spend weeks exploring them and still not see everything. And the theatre scene in the West End. Oh my goodness, it's just phenomenal. Seeing a show in London is an absolute must-do experience. Whether you love a big, flashy musical or a thought-provoking play, there's something for everyone. The atmosphere in those old theatres is just incredible, and the talent on stage is always mind-blowing. Okay, foodies, this is your moment. London's food scene is, without a doubt, one of the best in the world. From Michelin-starred restaurants to quirky street food markets, you can find literally any cuisine you can imagine. I'm obsessed with Borough Market. The smells, the sights, the incredible produce, the delicious things to eat right there and then. And it's not just Borough Market. There are amazing food markets all over the city. Beyond the main attractions, I really encourage you to just wander and get lost in London. Explore the different neighbourhoods like Notting Hill with its pretty pastel-coloured houses and famous market, or Greenwich with its maritime history and beautiful park offering stunning views back across the city. Each area has its own unique charm and personality. Don't forget the parks. London has some absolutely gorgeous green spaces. Hyde Park is enormous and perfect for a leisurely stroll, a picnic, or even boating on the Serpentine. Regent's Park is another favourite of mine, especially Queen Mary's Rose Garden when it's in full bloom. The scent is just divine. For shopping, well, where do I even begin? Oxford Street is famous for a reason, with all the big high street names. But then you've got Regent Street, which is a bit more upmarket, and Bond Street for luxury designer brands, if you're feeling fancy or just want to do some window shopping. Covent Garden is also brilliant for unique gifts, street performers, and a generally lovely atmosphere. And if you're into quirky and unique finds, then places like Camden Market are an absolute must. It's a whirlwind of alternative fashion, vintage clothes, handmade crafts, and amazing street food. One thing I always tell people is to make use of the public transport. The tube, the iconic red buses, they're all part of the London experience. Getting an Oyster card is super easy and makes getting around so much more convenient. Yes, the tube can get a bit hectic during rush hour, but it's incredibly efficient for covering larger distances. And a ride on the top deck of a red bus, classic London sightseeing right there, and often with great views. So that's a little whirlwind tour of some of my London highlights. It's a city that's constantly evolving, constantly surprising, and always, always exciting. It truly has a piece of my heart, and I hope if you visit, you'll feel that same magic too. All right, my lovelies, next up on our UK adventure, we're heading north to the absolutely brilliant city of Manchester. Now, Manchester has such a cool, edgy vibe, and it's a city that's incredibly proud of its heritage. It's got this amazing industrial past, but it's also super modern and forward-thinking. I always feel so energized when I'm here. There's a real buzz about the place, and the people are famously friendly, which always makes such a difference, doesn't it? One of the first things that often comes to mind when you think of Manchester is, of course, football. This city lives and breathes football, and the passion here is just infectious, even if you're not the world's biggest sports fan. It's home to two of the biggest football clubs in the world, Manchester United and Manchester City. The rivalry is intense, but also creates such an amazing atmosphere in the city, especially on match days. If you are a football fan, then a visit to Old Trafford, the home of Manchester United, or the Etihad Stadium, where Manchester City play, is pretty much a pilgrimage. You can do stadium tours, visit the club museums, and really immerse yourself in the history and glory of these iconic clubs. But Manchester is so much more than just football, though that is a massive part of its identity. It has an incredibly rich music history. So many iconic bands and artists have come from Manchester: Oasis, the Smiths, Joy Division, the Stone Roses. The list just goes on and on. The Northern Quarter in Manchester is one of my absolute favourite areas. It's so vibrant and creative, packed with independent boutiques, quirky cafes, amazing street art, and of course, some brilliant record stores where you can spend hours flicking through vinyl. It's got a real bohemian, villagey feel to it, even though it's right in the city centre. And speaking of culture, Manchester has some fantastic museums and galleries. The Science and Industry Museum is amazing, especially if you're interested in Manchester's industrial heritage. Then there's the Manchester Art Gallery, which has a brilliant collection, and the Whitworth, which is in a lovely park. The architecture in Manchester is a really interesting mix of old and new. You've got these grand Victorian buildings, remnants of its industrial powerhouse days, standing alongside striking modern architecture. The John Rylands Library, for example, is just breathtakingly beautiful. It looks like something out of Harry Potter. Let's talk about the food scene in Manchester, because just like London, it's incredibly diverse and exciting. From trendy brunch spots in the Northern Quarter to amazing curries along the famous Curry Mile in Rusholme, there's something to tantalise every taste bud. Mackie Mare is an incredible food hall set in a beautifully restored Victorian market building. The atmosphere is amazing and the food choices are endless. Manchester is also known for its amazing nightlife. Whether you're after a traditional pub, a cool cocktail bar, or a club to dance the night away, Manchester has got you covered. Canal Street, in the heart of the gay village, is famous for its lively bars and clubs and has such a welcoming, inclusive atmosphere. And if you fancy a bit of shopping, Manchester won't disappoint. You've got the huge Arndale Centre right in the city centre with all the high street favourites, but then you also have more upmarket areas like King Street with designer boutiques. And, as I mentioned, the Northern Quarter is the place to go for independent shops and vintage treasures. One of the things I love about Manchester is its resilience and its strong sense of community. It's a city that's faced challenges but has always come back stronger, with an incredible spirit. So, Manchester then. It's a city with a massive heart, a rich history, an incredible creative scene, and an undeniable energy. Whether you're there for the football, the music, the culture, or just to soak up the atmosphere, I think you'll find it's a city that really captivates you. Definitely add it to your UK list. Okay, lovelies, for our final city stop on this UK tour, we're heading to the heart of England, to the vibrant and diverse city of Birmingham. Now, Birmingham might sometimes be overlooked, but I'm telling you, it's a real hidden gem with so much to offer. It's undergone a huge transformation in recent years and is now a super modern, bustling city with a rich industrial heritage and a wonderfully multicultural vibe. One of the most unique and honestly beautiful features of Birmingham is its extensive canal network. Did you know Birmingham actually has more miles of canals than Venice? How amazing is that? strolling along the towpaths, especially around areas like Brindley Place or Gas Street Basin, is just so lovely. Brindley Place itself is a fantastic example of Birmingham's regeneration. It's a really stylish contemporary development with cool bars, lovely restaurants, and the Icon Gallery, which showcases modern art. Now, if you're a bit of a shopaholic like me, then Birmingham is your paradise. The Bullring and Grand Central is an absolutely iconic shopping destination. That futuristic, almost space-age Selfridges building, covered in thousands of silver discs, is a landmark in itself. Inside, you'll find pretty much every shop you could ever dream of, from high street favourites to luxury brands. But it's not just about the big shopping centres. Birmingham also has some wonderful independent shopping areas, like the Great Western Arcade, which is this beautiful Victorian arcade filled with quirky boutiques and specialist shops. And the Custard Factory, which is in the Digbeth area, is home to lots of creative businesses, independent shops, and cool street food pop-ups. Birmingham is incredibly culturally diverse, and this is reflected so wonderfully in its food scene. You can find cuisines from all over the world here. The city is particularly famous for its Balti Triangle, an area renowned for its delicious and authentic Balti curries, a dish that was actually invented in Birmingham. Beyond the Balti, there are just so many amazing places to eat. From Michelin-starred restaurants to vibrant street food markets like Digbeth Dining Club, which is an absolute must-visit for foodies. The city also has a thriving arts and culture scene. The Birmingham Museum and Art Gallery is fantastic, with a brilliant collection of pre-Raphaelite art, which is just stunning. Then there's the Birmingham Hippodrome, which hosts big West End shows, ballet and opera. And Symphony Hall is considered one of the best concert halls in the world for its acoustics. Birmingham's Jewellery Quarter is another really unique and historic area. It's a designated conservation area with over 200 listed buildings and is still home to hundreds of jewellery businesses, designers and workshops. The city is also known for its friendly and welcoming people. There's a real sense of community here, and Brummies, as the locals are called, are generally very proud of their city and happy to share its highlights. If you're interested in history, Birmingham played a really important role in the Industrial Revolution, and you can still see remnants of this past around the city. Exploring areas like Digbeth with its Victorian industrial architecture gives you a real sense of this heritage. For families, Birmingham has some great attractions too. Cadbury World is obviously a massive hit with anyone who loves chocolate, so everyone, right? Then there's the National Sea Life Centre right by the canals, which is always a fun visit, especially if the weather isn't great. Birmingham is also surprisingly green, with lots of lovely parks and open spaces. Cannon Hill Park is a big favourite, with boating lakes, mini-golf, and the Birmingham Wildlife Conservation Park. Getting around Birmingham is pretty straightforward. Much of the city centre is pedestrianised, making it easy to explore on foot. So, there you have it, my little glimpse into brilliant Birmingham. It's a city that's full of surprises, with a unique blend of history, modernity, culture, and incredible food. And just like that, my lovelies, we've reached the end of our little virtual tour of some of the UK's most amazing cities. I honestly had so much fun putting this together for you, and I really hope it's given you some inspiration for your own adventures, whether you're planning a big trip or just a weekend getaway. There's just so much to see and do in the UK, from the bustling city life to the beautiful countryside that we didn't even touch on today. Perhaps that's an idea for another video. What do you think? If you enjoyed this little journey and found it helpful, please do give this video a massive thumbs up. It really does help my channel out more than you know. And if you haven't already, I'd be absolutely thrilled if you'd hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. I've got so many more ideas bubbling away, and I'd love for you to be a part of our amazing community here. It means the world to me. And finally, I would absolutely love to hear from you. Please pop a comment down below and let me know if you visited any of these cities, what your favourite spots were, or if there are any other UK destinations you think I absolutely to feature in a future guide. Your recommendations are always the best. Thank you so much for watching, my darlings. I hope you have the most wonderful day, and happy travels wherever you may be heading. Lots of love.